Friends, please subscribe, like, and comment. This is very important to us. Are you tired of games? Of uncertainty? Of this eternal question? Am I interesting to her? You give flowers, give compliments, try to please, and the result is zero. She either takes everything for granted or simply does not notice. Enough of this. There is another way. The way that is not spoken about out loud. The way of forbidden techniques. It is not about manipulation or evil intent. It is about a deep understanding of human nature, about how our brain and our heart work. This is reverse psychology, the art of getting what you want by doing the opposite. Warning: these techniques require caution. They are powerful. Use them wisely and only with good intentions. Your goal is not to break a person's will, but to help it open up and choose you. Always. Here they are. 7 no-nos to keep her heart unconditionally yours. Move 1. The illusion of choice strategy. You don't boss her around. You don't offer one option. You give her the illusion of control. How it used to be. Let's go to the movies on Saturday? Boring. Yes or no? How it works now, asterisk. I can take you to movies on Saturday to see the new superhero movie. Or we can go to dinner at that Italian place with live music. Which do you prefer? The gist. You offer 2 or more options that you are completely comfortable with. She doesn't choose to go or not to go. She chooses where to go. She feels like her opinion matters. She's involved. And she automatically agrees to the date. It's subtle. It's respectful. It works without fail. Move 2. The scarcity rule. The human brain is programmed to want what is scarce. Something that is hard to get. Something that can be taken away. Stop being available 24/7. How it was before. You respond to her text within 3 seconds. Always free. Always waiting for her call. How it works now. You value your time. You have a life. Sometimes you are busy with interesting things, and do not look at your phone. You do not ignore. You are just not always available at this second. She texts. Hey, what are you doing? You do not text. Nothing. I just miss you. You text. Hey, I finished my run. Now I am cooking dinner. How are you? You have shown that you have things to do. You have aroused a slight interest. What is he cooking? Why did he not drop everything from my text? You become more valuable in her eyes. Because what is abundant is not valued. Scarcity is valued. Technique 3. Conscious retreat. This is the most powerful and the riskiest technique. It is used only by those who are self-confident. When you feel that she is stalling, playing, testing you, back off. Take a step back. How it was before, you started to pursue her even more actively, calling more often, begging for attention. It looked desperate. How it works now, do you feel a chill? Great. You politely and calmly end the conversation. You say, I understand that you are very busy. I will not disturb you. It was nice to talk. And disappear. What is happening? Her game is falling apart. She expected you to run after her. And you just up and left. Instinct kicks in. You want to return what is slipping away. She begins to remember your virtues. Most likely, she will write to you herself. And if not, you are not interested in her. You have not lost anything, except for a person who did not value you. Technique 4. The secret admirer technique. Make her guess. Fantasize. Think about you. Don't give away all the information about yourself at once. Dose it. Create riddles. How it was before. On the very first date, you told her your entire biography, plans for life, and opinion on the meaning of existence. How it works now. You speak in hints. I did something very extreme in Norway last year, but it's a long story. I'll tell you some other time. And change the subject. She will think about this story. She will guess. She will want to know you better. You have aroused curiosity. And where there is curiosity, there is interest. Technique 5. The principle of surrender. People subconsciously strive to compensate for what they have received. Give her a small gift or favor. And don't ask for anything in return. How it was before, you give an expensive gift and expect the same response. This is pressure. How it works now. You say, I saw this book and remember that you like this author. I decided to buy it. And that's it. You don't expect a thank you in the form of a kiss or a date. You just gave it to her. She feels obligated, but not because of debt, but because of pleasant gratitude. She will want to do something nice for you, to reciprocate. This works on a deep psychological level. Technique 6, emotional swing. Give her different, contrasting emotions. Don't be a predictable nice guy. How it was before, you're always nice, always agreeable, always boring. How it works now. Today you joke and laugh with her. Tomorrow you can calmly and confidently argue with her on some topic. Defend your point of view. Show that you have character. She doesn't understand what you're going to do next. You evoke different feelings in her, from joy to slight surprise. This is how excitement is born. She's not bored with you. She's waiting for the next meeting to get a new portion of emotions. Technique 7. The final technique, complete acceptance. This seems like a paradox, but this is the main technique. Stop pursuing her. Start enjoying the communication itself. From her company. Without a goal, without a plan, without expectations. How it was before, you look at her as a goal. Her heart is a prize. How it works now, you relax. You behave naturally. You show that you are fine without her. But with her, even better. You radiate confidence, not neediness. This is the strongest magnet. People are drawn to those who are confident and self-sufficient, who do not wait for approval, who can leave. When you stop playing by the rules of desperation, you start winning. You don't have to force her heart. You have to let yourself have it. Just be the kind of person she wants to stay with willingly, unconditionally. That's how it works. You have already mastered the 7 key techniques. But knowledge is only half the battle. The other half is understanding when and how to use them. Without this, even the most powerful tool can become useless or, worse, cause harm. The main secret is not in the techniques themselves. It is in your state. If you use conscious retreat from a position of fear and resentment, oh, really? Well, I'll punish you now. She will sense falseness and aggression. If you do it from a position of inner strength and self-respect, my time is valuable and I will not waste it on games. It will work without fail. The difference is in the energy, in what lies behind your actions. Remember, reverse psychology is not manipulation. It is the art of creating the right context, a context in which your own choice always leads to you. Let's look at 3 real situations where these techniques save the day. Situation 1. She keeps postponing meetings. Error. You. When are we going to meet? I'm free any day. Look desperate. Solution. Use technique number 2, scarcity, and number 1, illusion of choice. Your text. I understand that you're busy. This week, I only have a window on Wednesday evening or Friday afternoon. If not, then we'll reschedule for next week when my schedule will be busier. What did you do? You showed that your time is a valuable resource. You gave clear options, and you're comfortable backing down. Now she's forced to decide, not just postpone. Most likely, she'll choose one of the options. Situation 2. She says, I don't know what I want yet. Error. Pressuring. Demanding clarity. Interrogating. Solution. Technique number 3, conscious retreat. In its most elegant form. Your words. I understand everything. Sort yourself out. I won't bother you. If you want to talk, you know where to find me. You take all the pressure off her. You give her space. And then technique number 4, secret admirer, kicks in. She starts thinking, why did he let me go so easily? Is he already indifferent? Or does he have someone else? Her interest flares up with renewed vigor. Situation 3. After a good date, there is silence. Mistake. On the 5th day, right? Hi, how are you? What do you think of me? Solution. Technique number 5, surrender principle. You write after 2 to 3 days. Hi. I came across a funny meme about what you talk about on the date. Remembered our conversation. Good luck with the project. You showed attention, remembered conversation. Do not demand an answer. Good luck to you. And evoked a positive emotion meme. The law of compensation will work. She will almost certainly answer, and the conversation will start by itself. The greatest power is the ability to let go. All these techniques lead to one goal: to develop this power in yourself. The power to be happy and full of life with or without her. When you really achieve this state, the need for forbidden techniques disappears by itself. They become your natural manner of communication. You do not play by the rules. You set them. You do not achieve. You invite. Now you know not only what to do, but also how. However, the most important question is, who is doing it? Because all these strategies will crash on the rocks of reality if the person using them does not have the main thing, an inner core. Reverse psychology is not a set of buttons that you can press to get what you want. It is a reflection of your inner architecture, your confidence, your integrity, your self-esteem. Let's imagine that you are a rock, and these techniques are the waves that crash against it. The waves can be different. The illusion of choice technique, scarcity, conscious retreat. But if you are not a rock, but sand, then the first wave will wash you away. And the girl will feel this weakness, this uncertainty hidden behind beautiful gestures. How to build this core? It does not happen in one day, but this is the only work that matters. Step 1. Stop making her the center of a universe. Your life is your project, your career, your hobbies, your friends, your health. She is a welcome guest in this exciting life, not its meaning. When you're focused on your path, you naturally experience both time scarcity, technique number 2, and emotional seesaw, technique number 6, because you're living a full, rich life. Step 2. Develop emotional independence. Your mood should not depend on whether she responded to your message or not. The source of your happiness is within you. This cancels out neediness, the main killer of attraction. When you are emotionally independent, conscious retreat, technique number 3, becomes your natural reaction, not a theatrical performance. Step 3. Accept the paradox. The fastest way to get something is to stop needing it. The surest way to win her heart is to be willing to calmly walk away. This is not a game. This is philosophy. Once you truly accept this thought, your whole behavior changes. The tension disappears. The desperation disappears. That same light, attractive energy appears, which is a magnet. What to do if nothing helps? It happens. You have tried everything, but the other person's heart remains closed. Remember the last, most important technique, complete acceptance, technique number 7. Accept it, not as a defeat, but as a liberation. If a person does not reciprocate your feelings, this does not mean that something is wrong with you. It means that your paths did not coincide. A strong person knows how gracefully retreat, beautifully and with dignity, without bitterness and accusations. This leaves the best impression of you and, more importantly, preserves your self-respect. Ultimately, these forbidden techniques are just a language. The language of confidence, respect, and a deep understanding of human nature. When you master this language, you stop being a supplicant. You become the one offering an exciting journey. And then her heart is not just unconditionally yours. It wants to belong to you. Because with you it is interesting, safe, and real. You are not conquering. You simply become the only logical choice. And this is the most powerful psychology of all. You have reached the deepest layer, the part that turns a set of techniques into a real art of influence. The philosophy behind each technique. The truth is that all these 7 techniques are just the visible part of the iceberg. Their effectiveness is 90% dependent on the invisible underwater part, on your intention. If your intention is to manipulate in order to get what you want at any cost, you will create a toxic relationship that will collapse at the first test. She will subconsciously sense the falseness, and her trust will be destroyed. If your intention is to create a deep, sincere connection built on mutual respect and interest, these techniques will become just tools that will help you build a bridge across the chasm of misunderstanding and games. How to check your intention? Ask yourself, what will I feel if, despite all my efforts, she makes a choice not in my favor? If the answer is bitterness, anger, a sense of injustice, you are on a dangerous path. If the answer is mild sadness and acceptance of her choice, you are moving in the right direction. Reverse psychology code of honor. First, never use techniques to cause harm. Your goal is not to break the will, but but to help a person open up and make a conscious choice in your favor. Second, always respect free will. The art is to create conditions for choice, not to force it. If the choice is not made in your favor, you must accept it. Third, be authentic. Techniques should be an extension of your personality, not its mask. Integrate them into your natural behavior. Fourth, develop emotional intelligence. Without the ability to read another person's emotions, you will use techniques blindly and can make a mess. From theory to practice, 21 days of transformation. Knowledge without action is just information. To make these principles second nature, start small. Right now, week 1, focus on yourself. Task, create a deficit naturally. Action, add 3 new things to your schedule for the week that are not related to her. Sports, a course, meeting a friend, a hobby. Do them not for the sake of it, but with full immersion. Result, you will stop being available 24/7. You will have interesting topics for conversation that are not related to relationships. Week 2, focus on the quality of communication. Task, implement the illusion of choice and secret admirer. Action, in the next 3 dialogues with her in person or by correspondence, consciously offer 2 options instead of 1. And consciously mention something interesting about yourself or your day, but do not reveal all the details. Today was a crazy day on the project. I barely cope with one difficult task. Result, you will learn how to gently guide the dialogue and create intrigue without making titanic efforts. Week 3, focus on acceptance. Task, develop internal readiness for conscious retreat. Action, spend one evening completely alone without a phone or social media. Just with yourself. Enjoy this time. Remind yourself that your value does not depend on external approval. Result, you will strengthen your inner core and gain the very strength that allows you to retreat gracefully without losing your dignity. Conclusion, a game worth playing. Ultimately, building relationships is not a war or a hunt. It is a dance. A dance where you lead, but lead so skillfully that your partner feels like a queen fly in your arms. These 7 techniques are not for winning. They are for inviting her to this dance, to create the right music, rhythm, and atmosphere, so that her yes is conscious, voluntary, and unconditional. Remember, the main forbidden technique is to become the person she wants to stay with, not because she was lured into a trap of cunning, but because she is better off with you than without you. Start with yourself. Everything else will follow.